the honor of... We have a lot to get done today, guys.
We have to do absolutely nothing today. We're just going to twiddle our thumbs.
I would say that is not right, but how about
See? So it's impossible to please you. So we have a lot to do today.
this is gonna be
Alright? So,
okay.
with the exception of a couple of students. Alright, don't worry about that quite yet. We'll review it with you at break time. Miss Marie, would you comment?
Yes, no problem with that. Yes, a problem with this email?
Apparently. You can do a file search for it, but that's not the point. There's a great deal to do today, and I'm pleased to say that I'm going to be present for every second of it. Now, the first thing I was going to have you do is a little... Has anyone here ever heard of the tie exercise?
No, I can't even get on my computer.
Can't even get on your computer.
Yeah, because we already I had already signed in on
You're
that.
on it. That's fine. You're doing great.
Now
Just
it's
log
not
in.
letting me
No, it's
in.
still syncing.
It's not letting you in.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well.
Just mess with me.
I like the screen.
I'm gonna be good.
All right. Now then, as I was saying previously, I don't suppose anyone here has a spare necktie, do they?
I have two at home.
I mean, with them at the moment. All right. Looks like we'll put off the tie.
Oh, I have it.
You have it? Great.
Yes.
Miss Marie, always on top of things. It's one of the many things I love about her as an
He
assistant.
really want a necktie?
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
Don't you think it looks good on me? I mean,
No,
it was my
is
color.
there one?
Oh.
I thought it was going to say it was going to hang himself. He just
Right.
had one on.
Hold on.
Because
Guys.
we're not giving you
make it-
our full
You make
attention.
like fat one or just
Are we talking full Windsor or half Windsor?
fold?
Ooh, full Windsor's good.
No, when you fold it like quick, you know how sometimes it's a longer process.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is an exercise that's going to demonstrate some very lucid facts about the
Learning how to
verisimilitude of
tie a
writing.
tie. No, you're not.
Oh no! This is not tie-tying class.
Oh.
It is very difficult to write class. And because it is very difficult, it is worth doing well. I think so too.
Oh, I think I
Open the
should
door,
do
please.
it.
I'm in, Charlie.
Good.
Wow.
I'm in.
Scroll down. Flat, there you go. You're closing the flat. Wonderful. All right.
I never did
I do not know how to tie ties. This is going to be even better. All right. So, anyone here have a collared shirt on? We would like to pick our. So we have Mr. West,
Mr. Yancey.
Mr. Yancey, and.
This is not a tie.
Come on,
I
you
like
got
that.
to put your shirt
That
on.
tie, though.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you know, but I wouldn't wear that this time. With this shirt.
Right.
All right. So,
That's okay. There you go.
yep.
There you go.
Alrighty. So.
I like the screen. It's good.
Volunteer. So, Mr.
Alright. I'll volunteer.
All right. Who here knows how to tie a tie?
I know how to tie a tie.
Mr. Yancey? Come here.
I do.
Good.
Alright, so here's the thing. We're going to give an exercise about how difficult it is to write succinctly and clearly so people will understand you. And that exercise is colloquially known as the tie exercise. And I'll tell you all about it because it's very difficult. So, the idea is, Mr. Yancey, stand up. But we gotta get volunteers, I mean victims. Victims, volunteers, that's what we're gonna be.
I know how to tie too.
Alright, so you can get this on yourself, right? Alright, cool. So do so. Now everyone watch carefully. Very carefully. We're going to split you into two groups. Go on, Mr. Fury. You've done this exercise before. I am deferring to your superior judgment.
That's right. Then he tied it
What we need
around
is,
and he's taking it.
We need the board.
Alright.
Wait a minute. No. Don't
Drop
do
it
it.
again.
Undo it. Undo. Control C.
I can't see.
There you
Go ahead.
go. Okay.
Looking good.
Charlie's going to erase this board.
Absolutely is.
Yeah,
can't
I'm going to have to move. I
You
can't.
can't.
Not
How about you want to sit?
this thing is too big.
Not there.
Wind up standing up.
Not there.
That's for what?
All right. Now I want everybody to watch Calvert. Okay, and Calvert's very slow. I want you to take one step at a time. As he takes one step at a time, I want you to give the instruction
Oh.
to Charlie as to what Calvert is doing.
Okay.
So you're going to do this because they're going to tell Charlie every step that you're taking.
So he has his left hand
Aren't you glad
on
to
the
go
long
Okay, there
side.
you go.
Huh?
So,
Left hand on the long side.
there you go.
Right hand on the short side.
Thank you, Miss Roslyn.
No, that's
Okay,
not.
now wait. Now you gotta
It's the
wait
other way
till.
around.
Okay,
The
wait.
other way
a minute.
around.
You gotta wait till
It's the other
Charlie.
way around.
Alright, so,
You gotta wait till Charlie writes it down. Okay, then you go to the next step. Okay.
So his left hand's on the long
So we have
side.
to learn how to tie.
The right hand is on the long side. This is
Oh, the
my
right hand's on the long side.
But what if your left
And
hand?
the left hand's on the short side.
Okay, you can't say anything. All right. They have to determine what you are doing.
And the
So
short
document.
side, the left hand's on the short side.
Miss Roslyn, excellent.
Right hand
However,
on long side,
wait
and
for-
then what was the other one? Wait.
That's I can't ignore.
Oh, no, not no more. Just,
Okay.
alright.
So what we have up here is what?
Right hand on the long side.
Okay. What's the next step? And you have.
Left hand, no.
What you mean, no?
No, the left hand's on the short side. You gotta do
This
it
is
right.
messing me up.
Didn't you say
How
that?
did you do it right? The right,
I'm
the
telling
right.
him, y'all, we went the right directions, right?
You saying no to me?
We're picking various people to do it. You got the first step.
The right hand overlaps the left short side.
I don't wanna pick and choose left or right or how to do.
I'm lefty, so.
That's the best way for me to learn.
See, then we have a left-hander in here.
Yeah, but you have to go by what he's doing, not what how you would do it.
Let me just say, you have to right now. You have to put together what you're doing here is putting together a procedure of every step that this person's taking. To put one at a time.
Right.
All you're going to do is observe what he's doing, give an instruction as to what you see. Charlie's going to write it down.
There you go, Charlie. Thank you. Second step. Now, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a couple of hands here, Charlie.
Mr. West.
His right hand crossed his left hand
There you go.
over the top.
Okay.
What's his next step?
Can I say anything?
Put your hand up. Miss Roslyn.
The right hand goes under the short side. But the long side goes,
You said it right the
I
first
said I
time.
did, okay.
You did, you're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said it right
Okay.
the first time.
Mr. Calvert,
What?
please continue.
The right. The part in front.
Okay.
Mr. Martinez.
What you call that big part right there?
The fat
That part just goes through where the next side.
Okay.
Inside.
Say
Inside.
again.
Yeah. He said, what did you say? The fat part? Is that what you said?
The big part.
The big part goes over the
Side.
Is that what you said?
Little circle. Yes.
Goes in a little circle on the neck. Is that what you said?
Yep. Wanna try that?
Okay. Keep going.
Oh,
Nope. Keep going.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Now I can't see what he's doing. See when you did that twice. Okay, go ahead.
no, I didn't do it twice.
I guess I'll try it.
I lost. You got me lost now.
Bad with instructions.
Okay, that went over. Okay. That's what that step he just said.
I think I
Okay.
did this wrong.
Okay.
I think I did it wrong.
Because you did the same step twice.
No.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, the same step you did
What's your
twice.
name, sweetheart?
Diane.
Diane.
Yeah, he did the same
I
step
know that
twice.
both of you I read both of your names, and yet I can hear your voices, but I can't see your hands raised. It's a curious phenomenon. I must be going crazy. Earlier than usual.
Do I have permission to give Miss Diana a high five?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. She did.
All right.
Okay. He lost me.
Yeah, I started all over.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
here we are.
Okay. That's the fourth step. Am I
I
right?
don't know what about this is.
Okay, that's this, that, wait, stop. Real Charlie looks.
So,
But it's sounding good.
First day, we gotta be consistent. Now then, step number 5.
Okay, next step.
Next step. Who wants to describe what he just did?
He overlapped it.
Okay,
Went under and over.
but what part went under and over? Can I ask you?
The right side that went under went up.
I'm just gonna write it as he said it.
okay,
Okay?
okay, all right, next step,
Yeah.
next step.
I'm done.
You gotta tighten it up.
The right side went over, up into the middle, overlapped the front.
Okay,
That last step, I'm really lost on that last step.
can you remove it now?
Quick draw on bro, did it all fast.
Oscar?
Come on up.
So I don't do it like that.
Okay.
All right,
Bravo, bravo.
That was very good.
How you do it?
well, it doesn't matter, because what you have to do is, you have to follow the instructions that the class gives you.
I'm gonna understand what you're doing.
So, you
I'll read it
gotta,
out loud. if you want.
up,
I'm
he's
left-handed.
gonna read, that's okay. All right, so, he's gonna read that, each instruction, and you just do
He
what
has it
the
on the wrong
instruction
side
as
first.
it reads.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
lefty.
he's left.
If I
Oh,
go like
you
this,
lefty. Okay.
I'm gonna end up doing everything the opposite.
Okay.
See, like this.
Yeah, all right. As long as you have a fully knotted tie at the end, I'm cool.
Ah,
Oh,
Wait a minute,
but an interesting point here.
that doesn't follow the
Okay.
excuse me.
All right,
Right.
It don't follow the instructions if he
Doesn't.
does it on the left
that
side.
is correct. So,
But
I think
Okay.
that you all are missing the point.
Yeah.
You're missing the point of the exercise. The point, in fact, is
All right,
to
I'ma
be as
try with my right
descriptive
side.
with your words as possible so
That
that
is
anybody, a blind man, can do it.
And
that is
precise.
correct.
Thank you. Concisely
Excellent.
said, Ms.
Very
Tyler
good,
Farrow.
Joyce. Very good.
okay.
Okay. So therefore,
They gotta direct me?
that's all right. Here you go.
No, you're good.
Okay, that's good.
Good.
Yeah.
One of our
Sure.
students got the point before we
Yeah,
even
one of
did
the
anything.
students
Oh.
just named it. Okay. This is why reading and writing is so important. Okay, because now, everybody has, sometimes you have a different way of, viewing things, or a different way of expressing it. But when you have to, your audience is a general audience, okay, you've got to know, you've got to be able to be very specific, okay? For instance, I didn't know this, Oscar is left-handed. So therefore, if you're writing a procedure, how to put a tie on, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to make sure that you just, you also specify for those who are
Right, or
left-handed.
left-handed.
Boom, okay? I think this is an excellent exercise. I actually had to participate in this myself many years ago. I joined a workshop just for IT. I just wanted to understand how the people who work in IT think, because they would come and ask me questions like, we're going to develop this kind of report for you or this kind of system. A lot of questions they'd ask me, I was asked, I would respond, but some I couldn't. I couldn't respond to because I'm like, oh. So I said, you know what? I need to know how they think. I need to understand a little better. So I just took a 4-day workshop, and this is what they had us do. Because especially when you work with IT, these computers, boy, very, very specific in detail. So this is just a little exercise to get you to understand. Then when you're writing, okay, and I don't know about you, but there's one thing I know I don't like is to be misunderstood. I want to be able to express myself clearly to others, okay? I don't want people to take that as vague and then they're determining their own, opinion, correct?
I'm not gonna talk to you understand me. I might do it 50 times. I'm not gonna talk till you understand me, so I can understand it.
So, this is like just what we want you to think about. Writing is thinking. That's why a lot of people do not like to write. They say, I can't do this, and it's not true. It's just that you don't like the process that you have to go through, the thinking process you have to go through in order to write. Okay? Oh, that's
No, I'll take your time. I have no idea how to do it still. But, no, I'll take your time.
okay, there you go.
Alright, so. Good. Alright, guys, so all of you who received the writing assignment we sent you in the mail and completed it, pass it down to the end of your row that way. Ms. Chavez. I understand you. Ms. Chavez.
Which way?
I understand you didn't receive yours? Alright, that's fine.
Which way?
Down towards me, towards the end of your row this way. We'll collect them, review them, and give you feedback based on that by the end of the next class.
Some of my words.
Hold on.
Oh.
I thought I had sent mine to my Dropbox.
Excellent. And before, oh good, we already put your names on it. No room for error here. Now, yep.
I'm the only one that typed it. Were we supposed to write it? Write?
However you chose to express yourself,
Okay.
fine.
Okay, good.
You're not in school. I understand that a lot of you guys don't have access to computers. I don't really use a computer when I'm not at school. So most of my stuff's handwritten. Fine. Now that we've collected it, we'll give you some feedback on it. But, just to gauge how you guys feel about writing, before we actually do any, together as a class, I'm going to ask you a very, very simple questions and also test your vocabulary a bit. So, we're teaching you a lot of things. We're teaching you basic precepts that carry across all writing. And what are some things that all writing has to have? Not before anyone answers, I'm not saying you always need a verb. I'm not asking and looking for the response, all writing needs to have a verb, all writing needs to have a noun. No. I'm not looking for sparks of speeds in the mechanics. And while they're important, we're not going to be delving into them so much. Okay? I'm asking what general principles, what things are necessary in any form of writing.
Proper English. Hands.
I should probably review the rules of the classroom. If I don't see your hands, you might as well be ghosts. I'm just going to look right through you. If you call out, I don't care if you came
Alright,
out
well,
with
let us know the
a
next
wonderful
time. Raise your
sentence. I will acknowledge the sentence, but I will not acknowledge you unless I see your hand. I'm sorry to say that.
hand. You didn't say that.
I'm saying it just now. Oh, tricked me. Nice. Now then, Ms. Taylor, what does all writing have in common?
All
What are
writing has
good
to have a
principles?
good subject
Alright, it has to have a subject.
and proper spelling.
I'm looking more for principles. Like, for example, I'll give you one to get the ball rolling. So writing should have clarity. Whether you're going for, epic poetry, business writing, memoir, fiction, nonfiction, whatever. Clarity is a common principle held to all writing. So, Oh, and write this down. This will be in the final skill check. Yes, it's first aid. Yes, Ms. Taylor, again.
What is that when I learned it in grade school where you do a you write, it's like when you're reading a book and the first, what do they name that first paragraph and then the body of it? What is it called?
You're getting ahead of yourself.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I'm aware of what you're referring to.
It's like, you learn it in basic English maybe, I don't know. It's like the body of it, there's the subject,
Yes, paragraph
the body.
right. Yeah.
No, I might have myself.
Your introduction, the body with the points, and the conclusion. that is actually a crucial part. I remember having you in TNS1, and you write your cover letter according to that formula. You have
Right.
your intro saying who you are,
Yeah.
why you're
right,
good at what you
right,
do.
Right. Okay.
Here's how,
Okay.
and here's why you should hire me. Here's how to get in touch with me,
Okay.
etc.
All right.
It's the same format, different subjects.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of me. You're always too fast. Too much haste. What else? What are some other common themes to all forms of writing, Mr. Martinez?
You said clarification.
Clarity.
I
Yes.
had it.
What?
I don't
Right.
understand.
A heading?
Meaning like, alright, make sure the name is on there. Like before you begin.
Okay, fine. Basics like proper identification.
Yeah.
So if you're going to write a paper on, for example, why you hate writing, you wouldn't title it A Brief Treatise on Period Swordplay. You see? Proper identification, labeling everything, fine. Okay, good. I'm getting what you're starting to get at. Now, what we're here to teach you is the basic precepts of writing: clarity, substance, form, imagination. But we're also we're going to bring in vocabulary into this, because vocabulary is integral. And can anyone tell me what the word integral means?
Use it in a sentence.
Do I have to do all the work? No. Nice try. Anyone here just off the top of their heads know what the word integral means besides Miss Marie?
Integral?
Yes. Integral. Phone down. Nice try.
Integrating, like integrating your
Like putting everything together.
A similar
like
root
your-
word. Yes, very similar. Intent. Anyone
What?
take math class? Anyone here a big math fan? Integer. Another word for number.
Integrated.
And there's I said that.
Right. Chavez. What does the word integral mean? Like your continued consciousness is integral. Integral, I tell you, to you absorbing this information.
I'm actually falling asleep just now. Okay, so I should take notes with this, you're saying?
Yeah.
Clarity, proper.
Proper form.
Proper what?
Identification.
Alright,
At any rate, now then, fine. That was just meant to be a quick. Does anyone know this off the top of their head? We weren't meant
Putting
to
your
go.
verbs and nouns and everything together, like integrating your subjects and
No.
sentences.
Integral is important, vital, key,
Yeah.
like a cornerstone to a building.
Integral means
Integral,
Making it all one, you know.
vital,
vital,
key, important.
vital key, and important.
Okay. You're going to see this word a lot in business writing, which is what we aim to teach you. But first we have to teach you the basics of writing, editing, proofing, thinking. Now, as Miss Marie said so well, writing is thinking. Okay?
Would you say all the time?
All the time?
Yeah. Like writers thinking of like, let's
That
say,
says proper what?
Proper identification. Like you label it, like Calvert Yancey writes, a paragraph on why he, prefers the color blue today, but he wouldn't label it, How I Met the Leprechaun, I mean,
And what's that?
I was saying how you wouldn't label something, You have to make it actually represent it. So, that said, did anyone, and I'm going to ask you 2 more questions, show you a video clip, and then you're on break. But that'll take a while, so don't get too happy.
It's
So,
the first time yet.
who
It's the
here
first
thinks-
time yet.
What? Thank you, Miss Rosalind. I'm so glad you asked that question 5 times already, and it's only 45 minutes in.
Ooh, baby.
No. So, who here thinks fast? Raise your hand if you think very, very quickly.
You told me I didn't, so I don't.
You know I do.
Then why isn't your hands up? All right, I'm gonna preemptively, and because I'm a teacher, raise all of your hands for you because I know everyone in this room thinks fast. You're at this point in the academy, and I know your brain has to go a mile. Many
It's
miles
a mile
per
a
hour.
minute.
A mile a minute used to be a really formidable sum, but now when we can break sound barriers, who cares about it? All right, so everyone here thinks fast, right?
Yes.
All right, so there's a quote, and I'd like you to remember this, guys.
Wait a minute, let me write it down. In your base. Alright, yeah, cool.
Alright, so the quote is this. Listen very carefully. This applies especially to writing. We speak slower than we think, so that we can think twice.
Slower.
I'll write it down.
My mind, see, you know what? See, I used to stutter, so my mind goes like 1,000 miles. I mean, that's why I stutter, because my brain, how can I put it? My brain's faster than my mouth.
So are mine.
Or my mouth is faster than my brain, and I stutter.
Ms. Rosalind, what did they say about hands?
I had my hand up and you were at the board. Think fast, think, speak slowly. That's how I
No,
know stop
speak
go.
slower than
And
we think.
then we think. That's right too.
So we
think.
can think
So
twice.
we can think. That has my hand.
I don't think that's
That has clarity to it, because I used to start as a child. My mother used to make me stop, start over, and speak slowly, so I can think twice.
So, this is something that I have to do?
Good. Now, there's a reason for this. Who here, and this is the second question, you're almost done. Martinez,
I guess.
that better not be your phone under there.
No, it's not.
It totally better not be. God knows I'd rip my hair out in shame. The second question is, who here has fun writing?
Who here's have what?
Who has fun writing? Who, in this classroom, Marie and myself accepted, has fun writing? Oh, that's three
I
more people
told you
than
I'm
I
writing
expected.
books.
Has
I
what,
want
fun
you to
writing?
teach me.
Huh?
You enjoy writing. You enjoy writing.
Enjoy writing, right?
I'd love to
And
spell
I accepted
right.
the teachers, I mean, because, we're teaching it, we better enjoy it, right?
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Ooh.
Well, I
Ooh,
do,
we've got a
because
class
I
for
need
you.
this to
It's
help
gonna
me
be
complete
great.
my
I don't
books.
like it.
Alright, I still hear voices and I don't see hands, and that really is starting to...
All right,
Come on, we're on the first day, guys. Yes,
I don't.
you're exempt from that, by the way.
Yeah, I just would like to, I think we need to ask Rosalind why she doesn't like writing
I'm
to
getting
a
there.
point that I made earlier.
Right. So, actually, answer Miss Marie's question, Rosalind. Why,
I don't like
why are you not a
writing
fan?
because I don't know why I'm afraid of it. Maybe I don't let I don't open myself up to it because I have to think. Like she said, if I write, I gotta think. Like you said, and I don't feel like thinking. But as I was writing my assignment, the words started flowing. So all I really need to do is open myself up to it. So that, like you said, but I'm
Takes time.
but I'm gonna work on it because once I got started, it started to flow. It's getting started. Open
That
myself
photo?
up to it.
Flow.
Flow.
Yeah.
Why is the O between
Open it up.
O between the L and O? That's sure.
Sorry. Alright, so, your large reason for not liking writing is you have to slow down, you have to think.
Right.
Whereas in some forms you are just able to flow.
Once I get started.
Mr. West.
I don't mind writing, but with my disability, what happens is the more I write, the more it becomes like chicken scratch.
Is it just your handwriting or is it your keyboard as well?
No, it's known with Parkinson's disease.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, alright.
But
Right.
I don't mind. I still force myself to do it. You know what I mean? So I won't lose it. You know, usually you don't lose it.
True.
Writer's block.
Not even that. Just keeping the muscles, the mental
Well, I
muscles
do. I
firing,
do.
keeping them going so
Yeah.
you keep it. You ever go for a walk with something on your back or something on your arm for a long time, you put it down, you keep walking, you feel the phantom weight on you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that. You'll still feel it if you keep doing it a lot. Yes, Miss Brody.
Well, I do have to say something, but one thing is, if the gentleman over there with Parkinson's, he can use a wider pencil or a pen. Like, and if he can't, there's things that you can buy to put around that, and that will help him for writing without looking like chicken scratch. I worked for somebody with Parkinson's, and that really helped her to write. It's a wider pen or pencil, or
Okay.
you can buy something that goes around it,
Okay.
so that because your fingers, when it goes close together, is where they all cramp up.
Yeah.
You need a wider, and you can buy them. What I raised my hand for was when you had asked about fun writing, I thought you meant there was a class in the academy that was fun writing. I'm sorry, but so I'm going to raise my hand to say yes, I enjoy writing. I didn't raise my hand because I thought you were asking if we had a class on fun writing. I didn't see that. I didn't.
See, this goes to not being
I
misunderstood.
thought faster
I've been misunderstood.
before everybody else.
All right, now I'm going to put a moratorium on hand raising for the moment and explain something. Why did I have you, talk about why you like or don't like writing? Now, writing is thinking, but another part of writing, and it's absolutely crucial, guys, is thinking critically. You have to be able to slow down your train of thought. Has anyone here ever tried to slow down a train? Literally. I mean actual train on rails. Yes! Why is that? Because if it was easy, people would do it. I mean, we'd never miss a train again in our lives. We could easily slow it.
Another part of writing is what?
Is thinking critically. And I would write that on the board, but I'm going to be saying it so much it's going to make your ears bleed. So thinking critically a lot of times means slowing down your train of thought. And that's an intimidating process. I mean, slowing down an actual train is probably less intimidating than slowing down your train of thought. I mean, not to belabor a metaphor too much. But to slow down your thought process and think critically of, here are the points I want to make, A, B, and C. Here's the language I'm going to use to do it. Here are the sources I'm going to use. It's tough. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone could do it. Moratorium on hands, guys. I'm in the middle of something here. Also, if anyone just wants to give me a quick definition of the word moratorium. Come on. You all put your hands down even though you didn't know what it meant. If I said
That
open
means-
season for hands.
What does it mean? It's a hold. A hold.
Hold, a halt, a stop,
Right.
a cease.
Okay.
Quite. At least that's how I was using it.
I didn't get that. I was typing something.
I approve of your zeal. So, part of what we're going to be teaching you in this class is how to slow down your train of thought, and how to think critically, and more importantly, write coherently and carefully, but also with art and creativity. I think Miss Roslin made a very interesting point when she mentioned flow. You can just get carried away by the words you write, and that is a wonderful feeling. It's very similar, at least to me, of getting an adrenaline rush. You just kind of get swept away in a torrent of something. Does anyone here play sports or played sports in their past? Anyone? Yeah. So you know that feeling when you're just maybe 10 seconds out of a game or in practice where you're just completely inhuman. You're doing something beautifully well.
Your rhythm.
Yeah, you have a rhythm. You have a feeling of cadence, of harmony. And writing can be like that. It takes a lot of effort, but it also comes, to get back to the backpack analogy, doing it a lot. Writing is one part inspiration, my old English teacher used to tell me, and the other 9 parts is perspiration. Because you're just going to be writing so much, you're going to be like, this is horrible. Oh my God, I can't believe I wrote that down. And, you go back, you edit it, we'll teach you, we'll show you all the tricks. But then there's that one part that's actually kind of nice. The flow is really reward itself for sitting down in front of a keyboard and playing with letters.
I need it.
It's a beautiful thing. Now, to get to the last point before we start getting towards break time, not at break time. This is writing with a purpose. I wish to the 7 gods up above that there were actually a fiction writing class in this academy. Sadly, there's not. What we're leading up to, once we've taught you the basics of how to write and how to think, is business writing, which is incredibly, well, not simple, but it's straightforward. Anyone here know the Dewey Decimal System in the library?
Yeah.
Dewey Decimal System. You know how the card catalogs work.
Yeah.
You know that?
I'm not sure if I know it.
But you get the general principle, which is things are alphabetized, sorted by number.
Yeah. All that.
That's straightforward, right?
Right.
It's not easy, but it's straightforward. That's the same way business writing is. Because it's very straightforward.
Straight.
You can understand it objectively, but to write it masterfully takes effort, and that's what we're going to help teach you to do. Okay?
So we're mastering business writing, not like creative writing.
Oh, no. We're using creative writing to get a sense of your writing style, get a sense of what words matter to you, get a sense of how you view organization. Oh, no. You're going to have fun assignments in this class, absolutely. But once we get towards business writing, we're going to be more focused on the business writing aspects. And you're going to use lessons that you took from your creative writing. Like if I said, write 2 paragraphs on the subject of your choice before break. I didn't say that. Then you might use lessons that I give you, that from the feedback I give you 7, 8 classes on. Nah, don't look so intimidating.
So like,
So what are you trying to say? What are you saying? Excuse me.
Alright, I'll make this as simple as possible. There are 2 parts. Part 1, basic principles of writing, which delves into creative writing, vocabulary, and cadence.
Basic.
Right, basic stuff you should know.
Basic
And this,
stuff. And basic stuff is what?
so that's going to delve into creative writing, word choice, organization. Everyone clear on that? That's the first part.
Wait a minute, Mr. Charlie now.
Alright, I can wait. I'm a patient man.
Basic stuff is word choice and creativity.
We're using creative tools.
Creative tools. Okay.
The second part.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
Hold on, Mr. Martinez.
Second.
The second part, my dear friends, is business writing. And you're going to use some of the tools and some of the creativity you took from creative writing and the basics that we showed you to make your business writing more effective. Who here has been in TNS 1?
I can tell.
Oh, wow. It's like the gang's all here. It's great. I know you were there. Yeah. So you know those cover letters you did?
Yes.
That's business writing.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean you've mastered it because you've done it once, but it means you have an idea of where I'm getting at.
Well, in my,
You see mine.
Oh yes.
on mine, I got a 12.9.
Fleischer Kincaid level.
Yes.
I would just like to say, while Marie's not in the room, that the grade levels that are automated don't mean spit, to me anyway. It's all about the poetry of the words and how they flow together. It's good that the computer recognizes a 12-point level. It's excellent. But never stand by something just because the machine said it was of a certain level.
Well, it was good.
Good. If you're proud of your work, be proud of your work. But don't be proud of it because the machine tells you to be.
No, I was fighting that.
All right. We've been going for about an hour now. Really more like 40 minutes because we were a bit on the slow side. Where do you think you're going? I didn't say break.
no,
I was supposed to put it on the trash can.
Oh, I'll do it.
Right
I'll
now.
break like a
We
popsicle.
always break at 2:30.
What else breaks?
I didn't break now. It's all early. I didn't break like at 3.
All right, so we'll move on to this at the
Go ahead,
request of Mr.
Charlie.
Martinez. I'll add a few more minutes on. So, everyone here have a functional pair of headphones.
Yes.
I don't have one.
All right.
I'm
Raise your
not
hand
ready.
if you don't have headphones. 1, 2.
I can
You
use
have
my
headphones on you?
My headphones.
Okay. So I'm going to send you a link. We're going to go into vocabulary. Yes.
I lost my, I can't find my book tonight. Live
And listen,
And I
Oh,
need
Chris.
that.
see your live scribe and to write things down.
One break.
I'm
Fine.
sorry. It's somewhere.
I'm down the earphone.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 people do not have headphones.
I do.
You have one? All right. Good.
I
Talk to me.
said I need a new book for my live scribe.
All right. Well, I know Chris has an extra, so.
I need
see
a
you
charger
later.
for my live scribe.
Is he here?
Charlie.
Yes. But he's also in class.
I need a charger
Miss
for
Jenna.
my live. I need a charger.
All right. Also see Chris.
I must charge off.
Yes, Miss Telephone.
I need a headphone with it.
Oh, I got you, man.
Excellent. You have headphones? Plug them in. Well, no, those are not so good. I'll get you one anyway.
I'm not pulling out Dragon, the big gun.
Well, you got to them do
Did I say pull out Dragon?
They might
Oh, yeah,
fit.
yeah.
That's
Headphone
headphones.
not yet.
That's headphones, Mr. Charlie.
Yeah, don't fit.
Right?
I thought we were going to break.
Hold on, guys.
Mr. Charlie.
Yeah,
Dragon is a headphone, isn't it?
absolutely is.
Okay.
Get them in. Get them plugged in. I'm about to send you guys a link.
Wait a minute.
And ask you to think about it, too. It's going to be fun.
I better on the triangle.
I
Hold on,
can't
let me put
use
this on
that.
the, Who here has $2 on them for not having their headphones?
You give me a microphone, I give
You
you.
might be able to use these. It's
Duh.
the same, yeah. It's the same
Mr.
thing.
Calvert, use these. That one is not very well protected. Alright, so I'll consider these a loan.
I need a cushion for my ear.
Alright.
Here you go. I already made the decision. Sorry, I'll take the trash. Alright, guys, so.
I could get mine untangled. Can you wait?
Yeah, do it up. So what we're doing for the next part of class, we're going to have a lively bit of discussion, a little bit of writing. We're going to take a little break.
Is it 4 o'clock yet?
They did this at 1:30, it was only 2:30.
I know, thank you.
Oh, a dragon.
Did you have one?
I don't have dragon headset on. Did you really want to say yesterday? What?
You didn't realize I like this computer.
There you go. Which raises the question, why were you going for your pocketbook anyway? This time
What? What?
No, I was just wondering if she didn't have the $2 why she was going for a wallet anyway.
Oh.
Because remember what they said. The first ones were free.
Free,
The
yeah.
next one you got to pay.
No, I'm writing your names down as in people who owe me money.
I don't want your money.
If you want the headphones, you owe me
I
money.
got headphones, and I got my
Good,
dragon in this.
Good, plug them in.
Yeah. I'm
You're about to
dragon
get an email.
untangled.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Excellent!
I got backup.
People who owe me money by Charlie Allison.
I got backup. I can't get mine untangled.
Well, I tell you a winner, Charlie.
Money.
It don't you owe me, you'll never go broke, right? You'll never go broke.
Well, no, it's actually that I made such a loss that I was just handing out headphones all last semester like they were hotcakes. All right, just tell
Oh, I left my flash drive in the wrong one. I just remembered from yesterday.
You want to run and get it before I send out the link?
Why you selling stuff? You got a flash
I
drive.
think it was money.
I got my own headphones.
Oh, never mind. Calvert's off. So really, just Joyce owes me money.
As long as I owe you, you never.
Oh no, wait, no. Tony does too. Just because I like taking Miss Tony's money.
I don't like this right class already.
All right, listen. Once you watch this video clip, we will have plenty to talk about. Everyone, do a volume check.
Wait, I haven't even got nothing untangled, Mr. Toy. I need a minute.
All right, fine.
Charlie.
Don't rip my ear off.
Charlie,
Use them.
trying to see where these headphones plugging at.
You don't know where you been all last semester? Right.
My volume works good.
Here.
Oh, that's why.
Oh yes, this little green dot.
I've never had to deal with it like this.
Nope. All right, guys. So, go in your email. In a minute. New email. Alrighty. Now is the time where I try to remember. If I see Facebook on someone's computer, do you know what
I
happened?
was doing a volume check, that's
Good.
all.
But seriously, if I see it in the
I would
future.
not do that in your class, Charlie. I know that you despise Facebook.
You don't like Facebook?
Nope.
I thought I seen you on Facebook.
Facebook is the
Site.
ruination
I don't
of this
know, I don't like
entire universe.
I don't like Facebook either, Mr. Charlie.
He's on there, but he don't be on
I
there.
say that Facebook is going to
Right.
ruin the universe.
I don't like it.
Tony.
There's a lot of people lives.
I have it because I have
Well, I gotta keep in touch with my family, so I like it.
Fair enough.
I have
I
it
have a very
because
small family.
every week I get a coupon
Not
from
me.
Dunkin' Donuts, Greater Philadelphia. Sometimes you
You
get
black
something for
ribbon.
free
Alex
or for
West.
49 cents. Everybody should have that.
Alex
They
West.
like Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Mr. Martinez and Miss Taliaferro.
Yes, sir.
I ain't got no money, I'm gonna tell you now.
That's fine.
Alright.
Just when you have $2 and I'm wondering, what should I use this for? And then you
Man.
can remember, oh, I owe Charlie money.
I ain't never
You'll
gonna
never
answer
go
that.
broke.
Yeah.
Don't show you. Girl, I can't get my tangles. Oh, finally, I think I might have it. I'll make sure it don't get tangled anymore. Just right. Class.
time is break time, Charlie?
Whenever I feel like it, this channel.
It's now.
No.
All right, now I'm ready, Mr. Charlie.
So how are we supposed to tell what is the
What are
ballot?
we doing?
Hold on.
Leave my earphones in. I need the cushion for the ear part. You have that? Player.
Huh?
Almost stay in my ear.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody's in the best.
I get these ones stay in your ear. I don't wear earphones. I don't see nothing in it.
How about now?
I don't see nothing.
Everyone check
Oh.
your email.
I heard about.
How I get there?
I'll get you in there, Mr. Calvin. Ready? Here you go.
What, this one in?
Yeah, little yellow clock.
Remember, Charlie, I told you I couldn't get to my on this computer.
Wait a minute,
Thank
you
you.
didn't send me
All right.
this.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Watch. Let's see if we can do program search. Run.
So what's about?
Wait a minute, mine's too loud.
All right, then turn it down using the volume control either in the player or on the bottom left.
This is what's coming up. Is that right? I put mine on mute because it was too loud until we were starting. Yeah.
Pull it down.
Yeah, it was too loud, so I
How's
just,
that?
is this correct?
Yes, is it too loud?
No, it's fine. Now it's
Good.
fine. It was okay before, but I didn't want everybody else to hear, you know.
Yes,
That's the email right today.
yes, I did.
No, I didn't get it.
All right, because you're gonna sit next to either one. Watch the both.
When you
Double
push
click it, double click it.
to do it now?
Yeah, double click it. All right, get that out. There you go.
Okay. Yes,
Can you hear it?
Mr. West.
Now, where you want us at?
I'm syncing.
What?
You in charge? You want me going into this one? Anybody see it? She said anybody's name for this one?
Yeah, hey. Hold on to that. All right, so you're
No,
into
see,
Where am I going?
anybody's name for
No.
that.
You know,
I was
Have
just
you
on
had
there,
that shit?
No, remember she assigned the seats one?
yeah.
She said anybody's name.
Scoot over if it doesn't work.
What's going on? What up? So,
Catching fish.
Charlie.
I don't get this video, but I'm
You
listening.
can find my
to it.
glasses,
I don't get it.
sunglasses here. Last time I was here. In the class over there.
Yeah. What's up?
Wait, Calvin Yancey over there?
Deborah Yancey's right over here watching the video.
Make it
Part of
full
the class.
screen.
What's up?
Calvin Yancey, what's going on, man? I'm alright, how you feel?
Oh, no.
See you, man. I'm good to see you.
Yes, I did.
Still hanging in
It's
there.
on your
On the
notes.
bottom,
yeah.
the black, right there.
Big bad
Right
boy,
next
man.
to it.
Yeah, I try to do my
Right there,
best.
right next to it on the right.
I try to do my
No,
best.
oh man, that's not bad. See you hanging in there, brother.
Wait a minute, go back to where you were. Escape,
keep it up, man.
escape button.
Alright.
Where's the escape button at?
Over these, all these young folks in there.
Wait a second.
You got Miss Farah?
Where do I plug my headphone on here?
Over here.
Okay, it's the same one as on the WC.
No.
Talks about TNS.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Thank you, baby. You're welcome.
I don't get this thing anyway.
Well, should be very careful.
Got the poor for you. Thank you, baby. God bless you, bless you.
This.
You're welcome. I just.
Your earphones. Swear to God, I'm
You want to see if
from-
it's
Yeah, I get that.
You know how to do
It'd be
it.
great.
How
It
did
tastes like metallic acid.
How?
I swear to God, I'm gonna be good at your class.
Get
Oh,
this-
I know. I have high
Like that.
expectations of it.
Go over to your sidebar, right there. Right there. Okay, take your mat, that next one over. Go
Over
next
there.
one to the right, to the right, to the right. Right here,
Mr. Yancey, watch it.
right here. There you
There we
go.
go.
Thank you.
You're good. Pay
And to
attention.
get
Gary.
out of it, you hit this.
Pay attention. I will ask you questions about this. You will have to be thinking.
Oyster, sir. We also know.
Second, next out of the study group. Full screen. Not it. Full screen.
Tell me some of your Russian things again.
It's not Russian, British. Arguably is worse. Arguably. Excuse me. Excuse me, Willie. While you are so occupied, I shall return briefly.
I'm gonna watch this whole thing, all this part.
No, just the one that he had.
Oh, I just got the last part of it. It was really crazy about this. All it was about cheese, and they didn't have none of the cheese that the man asked about. I don't get where he's going at with this sketch, but you hear me, don't you?
I always have an ear out.
I don't get it.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Last part's funny though, but it's just like you. It is Charlie all over.
Indeed.
Indeed.
When you're finished, X out of the internet and write about what you saw. What strikes you.
Write about it with a pen or type it on the computer.
If I say write from now on, assume it's typing on the computer.
Done.
Alright? Anyone who's done early, write your thoughts down about it.
Okay, I'm do that
Okay.
for you. How to get out of this shit?
Well, you're still watching it. Got no problem.
I ain't got nothing out of it though.
What?
How can I get out of this shit?
Hit escape.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah,
Sure
just
that.
hit-
Got that fast. I got
Just
it.
go on your keyboard.
I got it
On
now.
your
Now,
keyboard,
yeah.
That's
All right.
okay.
Now name it. Make a new document. Okay.
That was cute.
So what you gotta do?
Write about what you
Let's
just
get
did.
a, what he was saying, me.
Where's Word at? Where's Word? There you go. Make a new document.
Can you still hear everything?
Okay. Wow. Save as. Dropbox. My Dropbox.
That's like watching some
Go to Dropbox, go to Word.
I know. I'm doing it the right way, Charlie.
I believe you. Just like to check up on you.
Okay.
Yeah. He's thorough.
Writing. Lesson 1. 2. That's 2. Lesson 2. 1.
Riley, you want it under lesson 1?
Yes, please.
Okay, right.
I got lesson 2 because this is my second.
This is your what?
It's my second thing on writing. I got one.
Fine. Put it in whatever.
7.
But make it clear it's just your thoughts on the sketch.
Okay.
Martinez, I'm going to take your phone at the beginning of class. You do it.
Huh?
I know it's loaded.
Alright. Go on.
What is the point of this
Yeah.
idea?
You're going to go over it. Responsibility.
Okay, save.
I don't even understand the language.
Alright.
Very, very strange form of English, but trust me. Your confusion is actually part of the point I'm trying to make.
I thought
Don't worry, son.
the video was shabby.
Alright. While I do approve of narration in all its infinite forms, I do not approve of it in the middle of class without your hand up.
I thought the video was.
Back just in time, Miss Murray. We're about to go on a little bit of a lesson about vocabulary. I think after the break we'll hand them out the blue books.
I thought I
The blue books. Blue books in your office. The
different.
how to write well.
Oh, yes.
Yes, after break.
Sorry.
That's at 3. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're good.
This was a free assignment. So if you can work on this and put it in first. Okay?
Oh, what's this? What's this?
This was a free assignment for the learning class. I know, because we didn't have any schedule. So, we're doing this to you can break. Here's the
So what
top.
do you want us to do with extra questions?
Okay, give me some
Well,
lines,
until everyone's done,
okay, and bring it back
X out of the
close.
window, write down your thoughts.
Okay.
Or Word document.
That's it?
Oh, no. Then I'm going to talk your ear off about it.
Okay. X out the window, and then you want me to open the Word
Yep, open up Word.
and tell you how stupid it was.
If that's how you feel, you're free to write that way. I prefer you write in a more respectful manner, but
Okay.
if that's the way to get the words out, then that's why we have editing.
I thought.
Please pretend. Yeah, I know John Cleese isn't credit, but
I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to understand it.
fair enough.
Who's bleeding? Do you want to meet? Either one of you.
That's me.
He's needed.
Okay. Oh, no worries.
oh.
Yeah, good.
So,
Good. We'll tell you later. Yeah, thanks.
Give us up.
Customer.
Alright, that's my thing, that's it, look, save it, do your save. Alright. That's done. Minimize it. Alright, I'm done.
What does he want me to say this document as?
Right. Well, let's see, did you the topic for this? So, when you, the standard academy format for saving documents is the class. So we start with writing, and then the topic was, you said it's about vocabulary, so why
About
don't we,
cheese to me.
what is it?
About cheese to me.
Cheese?
I didn't put that, I didn't name my document, I named it the first lesson, the second lesson, and writing.
I did the same
So
thing.
it's writing.
Okay.
But it's
Writing.
not, I'm looking in my folder, it's not in there. Hold up.
Well, the topic was next to the class.
It's not even in the writing folder.
So just, what did everybody put, first lesson?
I put second lesson, because it was my second lesson, I did my dream was the first one, and I put second lesson, that was second lesson, but I don't even see it on here. Where did I put that? Excuse me,
Yes?
Miss Maria, I just did this, and I thought I put it in my writing folder, but it's not in there.
What folder should it go in?
I gotta go under here. I tried to put it in my writing folder, but I
Okay,
don't
well,
see
first of
it.
all, let's do
Yeah,
this,
there's
let
no
me check
writing.
it, Rosalind.
Yeah,
First of all, this is what you were working on.
Yeah.
Bring this document up. Do a file save as, and what happens is, automatically, this will default to where you saved it. Look at the location, it does say writing.
okay,
Okay,
so,
so,
save it again?
yeah, okay, say save, yeah, minimize. Now go to your student folder, is that, are you, your
Dropbox.
Dropbox? Dropbox.
Okay.
It's slow.
So what do he want us to do? I don't see anything here. He just said, watch it and discuss it.
Right. He didn't tell
Well, I
us.
think some people put their thoughts on paper,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, alright.
I thought we had to like do it before we did.
Alright, guys. What time is it? 10 up? Who here has not finished the video?
Alright, I'm done.
Who here has not finished the video?
I'm done.
Raise your hand if you're not done. The video watching part.
I'm sorry?
Do I have to send this assignment to you, Mr.
Oh,
President?
yes, yes, Kathleen? Go on. Do your thing. Yeah, go on. Alright, so, if I may have the floor for a moment. You guys had a bit of a break. I got to send out a video that was probably mostly incomprehensible to you. That's fine. Incomprehensibility is a wonderful thing. Shows us where we have room to improve. And here's why I showed you this. Vocabulary is something we're going to be focusing a lot on in this class, at least in the beginning. What is professional sounding vocabulary? What is more accurately an accurate vocabulary to use for business writing? And in your own writing and stuff. The point of the cheese shop sketch is not this is how you should talk in everyday conversation.
Make sure they understand.
Vocabulary can just as easily make you incomprehensible as it can enhance your understanding and other people's understanding of you. And that was the point of the cheese shop sketch, which is no matter how smart you think you are or how good you think you are, if you use words that are accurate but unknown, you might as well use the wrong words. So it's all about knowing your audience. Okay? So if I said I was very esurient, I crave fermented curds, and you hadn't seen this, what would you think I was saying? It sounds like I was just about to go and, hurt someone very badly. It looked that way. But, because of the vocabulary being, inaccurate, or not tended to my audience, I said, I'm extremely hungry, I can't wait to, go to the staff lunch. Everyone here understands what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So vocabulary is about knowing your audience, knowing your objective, and knowing when, and this is the most important rule of vocabulary. If you take nothing away from the vocabulary part of this class, please take this part. When not to use it is just as important as when you use it. Okay? I'm going to write that up. I'm going to ask you, what did I say at this point? And you're going to say, blank eyed book, and I'll be like, no, I thought you were note taking. So,
Can you repeat that?
knowing when not to use it
Charlie.
is
Okay, vocabulary.
as important as
Not to use what though? Certain words?
no. Knowing when to use vocabulary is just that. Knowing when not to use knowing when not to use it is as important as knowing
No, we're not to
When
use.
to use it.
Well,
knowing
we're
when
not,
to use it.
knowing when not to use vocabulary. If you're going to write, you need vocabulary to write. So what are you
Remember.
saying?
I'm going to explain that. Vocabulary refers, in this case, to specialized words. Remember that word integral I threw out? Moratorium? You don't go up to a deli and say, I'll have a moratorium on rye. No, that doesn't happen. Because they're not words that they come out in normal conversation. But if used properly, in business writing, written forms, anything like that, they can really make you stand out
As
and make you more understandable.
So you're trying to say intelligent words, words that are not
Specialists.
normally used in everyday language.
Yeah.
when to use it.
Speak up, Martina.
No, I'm saying you said, knowing to use when to use the intelligent words that are normally not used in everyday language.
Yes,
So
is
the
a
point that
key
you're
word.
trying to prove is, well, not trying to prove, you're trying to help us with is, extending our vocabulary.
Right.
Instead of using first, second, third, fourth grade everyday language,
True.
right?
That's exactly right.
Right.
Well encapsulated, so.
But I can't. I want to be able to have that intelligent conversation.
No, see, you can have an intelligent conversation using everyday language, but it doesn't require a specialized vocabulary. A specialized vocabulary helps you get noticed by an employer. An accurate specialized vocabulary gets you hired. Just saying. Mary, you look like you're about to burst. What's wrong with that? Okay, so, does anyone here have any bits of their reactions to the clip that they'd like to share with the class? All right, Mr. Russell, I'm asking for it, but okay, go ahead.
I thought the video was about cheeses. I didn't get the point, but I know it's about different cheeses, and the shop didn't have the cheese the customer wanted.
All right, That's all
That's my
accurate.
thought.
It's factual. Anyone else have any thoughts on it? Like your own feelings, your own reactions to it? Now that I've spent like 20 minutes talking about how great it is. Yes, Miss Chavez, I saw her hand go up. No, come on. Look,
But I thought it was very stupid.
it's fine. That's within your rights to think it's stupid. That's the great thing about being a human being is you can think things. You know?
You're right.
All right, so, back up your assertion. Do you think it was stupid? Next sentence.
Couldn't barely understand what the man was saying. I couldn't,
Okay.
personally. They didn't have any cheese in the shop.
It's true, and hence the comedy. Yes,
And
Mr.
what was the
Martinez.
two men over there dancing?
That was just for lulls.
I just enjoyed what you said. So like how you taught the audience, as you said, like you put in the words. What I'm trying to say is the video that you showed us, you knew we weren't gonna understand. Like you already knew that the whole language, the whole verbiage, the way they were talking, how everything were trying to emphasize things. Them two in the video understand each other, but you already knew like it was going to throw us off. Like, what was the point of this? But you knew what was the point. I mean, but the point that you shared, meaning like I already knew you wasn't going to understand it. I knew this, I knew that, but that was, that was the point across. Now, it's to help us.
Indeed. Mr.
Again,
Well said.
knowing how to use proper English, when to use it, and how to use it.
All right. Ms. Taliaferro.
We could say that was a satire.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Monty Python is full of very strange things,
Yeah.
and there are stranger sketches still.
I don't remember when Monty Python was out, what years they were. So I had to look at it when it was that big. Because of that very reason, it just was gibberish.
Yeah.
If you pay close attention, you could get the drift. But
Yeah.
if you're normal glancing,
Yeah.
trying to look at television, it was worth the time.
True. Yes, Ms. Brody, and then Mr. West before we break.
First of all, they spoke proper English. When it came to America is where we chopped it up. The English do speak proper English. It's just that because it was reviewed something, we don't speak proper English, so to us it didn't make sense. And I believe what Charlie was getting at is that when you are going out for the broad audience, you need to speak on somebody else's level. I don't mean grade level, the level of what you want to get your point across and how you want it to be received.
Absolutely.
It's really good. I took Dale Carnegie, but it's really good if you really want to learn more about that is to go to the library and take out one of their books, because it really teaches you on how to speak on someone else's level. Not saying that you're degrading someone, but if you are speaking in the business world, you do have to understand the business language and what words that you wouldn't use on the average every day, but there are words that you do need to speak to in potential employers.
Exactly.
Well said. And Mr. West, wrap it up before we go on break for 15 minutes.
To me, it was very funny. I couldn't really understand it at first, but like the sister said, the more you look at it, you start to absorb it, you start to understand exactly what he was talking about. I knew when he mentioned cheese, I knew what he was talking about, but the music in the background was throwing them off, was getting pissed.
Yeah.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Good. All right, guys. I think you've had quite enough of me, so you've earned a short reprieve of 15 minutes. Yes, Mr. Ray?
Oscar, you need to see Kathleen.
All right. Come back at 3:15. I look forward to it.